Hello, let we start our next lecture and last lecture of this unit. So, first of all, we will discuss about a system. Means, what do you mean by system? So, in physics, system is the suffix we give to a collection of objects that we choose to model with our equations. If we are to describe the motion of an object using conservation of energy, then the system should include the object of interest and all other objects that it interacts with. In practice, we always have to choose to ignore some interactions. When defining a system, we are drawing a line around things we care about and things we don't. The things we don't include are usually collectively termed the environment, means outside the boundary. Ignoring some of the environment will inevitably make our calculation less accurate. There is no indigeneity in doing this, however. In fact, being a good physicist is often as much about understanding the effects you need to describe as it is about knowing which effect can be safely ignored. Consider the problem of a person making a bungee jump from a bridge. At a minimum, the system should include the jumper, bungee, and the earth. A more accurate calculation might include the air, which does work on the jumper via drag or air resistance. We could go further and include the bridge and its foundation. But since we know that the bridge is much heavier than the jumper, we can safely ignore this. We would not expect the force of a deaccelerating bungee jumper to have any significant effect on the bridge, especially if the bridge is designed to bear the load of heavy vehicles. Like this, तो ये हमने एक सिस्टम बनाया हुआ है, ठीक है. दिस इज द ऑब्जेक्ट मीन्स अपर जंपर है, तो दिस बाउंड्री लाइन इज कॉल्ड द सिस्टम. इसके को बोलेंगे हम एक बाउंड्री, ये इसको बोलेंगे बाउंड्री, ठीक है, जो एक सिस्टम और एनवायरनमेंट को अलग करता है. और आफ्टर दैट अपने पास क्या हो गया, एनवायरनमेंट हो गया. सो व्हाट इज मैकेनिकल एनर्जी? तो मैकेनिकल एनर्जी इज द सम ऑफ द पोटेंशियल एनर्जी एंड काइनेटिक एनर्जी इन ए system. So EM for mechanical energy is equals to EP potential energy and EK kinetic energy. Only conservative forces like gravity and the spring forces that have potential energy associated with them. Non-conservative forces like friction and drag do not. We can always get back the energy that we put into a system via a conservative force. Energy transferred by non-conservative forces, however, is difficult to recover. It often ends up as heat or some other form which is typically outside the system. In other words, loss to the environment. What this means in practice is that the special case of conservation of mechanical energy is often more useful for making calculations than conservation of energy in general. Conservation of mechanical energy only applies when all forces are conservative. Luckily, there are many situations where non-conservative forces are negligible, or at least a good approximation can still be made when neglecting them. Okay, thank you.